I do business proposals.
Sorry, go ahead and record this so this can help somebody else. Say that again. You do.
Sometimes I do business proposals for people. That's like a little side hustle that I do. And I actually had one to do today. So I'm really trying to get everything in order, get all my ducks in a row. So I won't miss so many other meetings and stuff because I'm still learning. And lately I have been getting a little discouraged because um it's like everybody that seems to be interested in when I get up with them or Kiana get up with them, it's always something they want to call back or they're not able to start right now. So it's like a lot of people are not receiving it. So sometimes it can be a little discouraging.
Have you read GoPro yet?
Ma'am,
Have you read GoPro?
GoPro?
Mm-hmm.
No.
What does Kiana have you listening to anything? All right, have you started any personal development?
She does. She keeps me up on everything. And
No, no, that's not what I'm asking.
what are you asking?
What are you doing any personal development right now?
No.
Okay, so you got to start GoPro because one of the biggest things, and this is what Newbie Circle is all about. What's up, Anisha? I hope you're coming into the room. One of the biggest things when it comes to this business is your mind. Your mind is 90% of your success. I promise you. It's not about who says no. It's not about who's not interested. It's 100% your, well, 90%. I said 90, so I'm going to say 90. It's 90% your mind. And so,
Mm,
one of the biggest things we want newbies to do when they first come in is finesse your mind, which is why we have this space. Because ultimately, if your mind is weak, your response is weak. And you have to be dependent on the person that enrolled you for the most part. I mean, that's how our squad functions because we don't just sign people and leave them. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And we really believe
mm,
that. And then we also realize that a lot of people who come because they grown and they've been through a lot of life, this lot of life has completely misconstrued our perspective on genuine people who want to help us succeed. And because of that, we are hesitant to fully jump in and give all of ourselves, which is really kind of a waste of time. But I believe that all things work together. So because all things work together, eventually it works itself out as long as you stay in the game long enough. And then you turn around and you say, dang, I wish I would have fully given myself at the beginning because if I would have, I would be making the $10,000 a month. I would be making the consistent $2,000 a month. I would have this residual income flowing. I would have a team full of people who are like me or were like me when I first started who needed the extra income because of the system and how flawless it is. I'm not going to say it's flawless because, there's no such thing as that. So, but the system and how it's so helpful. But the biggest thing is the trusting and the mindset. Because if you believe you'll
mm.
fail, you will. I promise you, you will. Because it's called self fulfilling prophecy. So you will subconsciously make yourself fail. And so we try to get people into a space where they fully get their mind in the right spot. Because if your mind is in the right spot, you're unstoppable. Like literally, when you make up your, I mean, I always tell people this. Like when a woman make up her mind, she leaving a man. Like it doesn't matter what he does. Like at this point, it's over. Like I've already made up in my mind, it's over. So even if I haven't fully walked away, it's already over. Like I'm over you already. I'm just trying to work my system, the things out, so that I can get out of here with the and have and save face, or get out of here and have all my stuff, or get out of here and like they're just being strategic at that point, right?
Right.
So you have to make up your mind that this business will work for you, regardless,
Mm,
regardless. And once you make up your mind that this business will work for you, period, you'll make it work. You get what I'm saying? Like you'll make it work. And so this is actually gonna bless a lot of people later. So if you're watching the replay, you definitely have to drop a comment because I know this will help a lot of people because I know this is what a lot of people struggle with. Now the key is, Melissa, that you don't just struggle with it in the beginning. You struggle with it as you hit the next wall. So in the business, you're gonna grow. And so once you grow to a certain level, then you're gonna hit another wall. And then when you hit the
mm,
next wall, guess what you're gonna have to do? Make up your mind that this will work for you and that that it's working in your favor, and you have to be obedient to what God is calling you to do. Because I'm gonna give you an example. For example, for me, I started this business as a single mom who had a master's degree, I had a master's level job, like position, career, salary, all of that. And I was doing hair on the side. I was, had volunteers. So I was head of technical services at my church. My son was in sports, and I was back in grad school for another master's, right? Just super busy. And I got fired from my job. Now, I had already been a part of It Works and I had went the level of diamond. So I knew what was possible here, but I hadn't fully made up my mind. I wanted it. I did. I wanted it. I wanted to work for me, but I hadn't fully made up my mind that it was going to work for me. There was a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to work, but I hadn't fully made up my mind that it was going to work for me. Now, when I got fired, it was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, unemployment. I do hair, so I'm gonna pick up more heads. And God said to me very clearly, you are not to take new clients. Because if you start taking new clients, what am I gonna do? Find a way, right? You're gonna find a way. So now you're gonna find the wrong way. The wrong way. And there is a such thing. And so if I start picking up new heads, I won't focus on my business as much as I need to get freedom. Now, kid you
Mm-hmm.
not, within 6 months of getting fired from my job, within 6 months, 6 months, 8 months, 8 months of getting fired from my job, my income went from about 2,000 a month, 15 to 1,800 a month, 15 to 1,800 a month, myself personally, to about ten to $15,000 a month. I'm not playing. Through It Works because of my willingness to stay the course, make up my mind that this was going to work for me, and not go to the stuff that would give me short term success. Because I do somebody's hair, I get paid, but how do I get paid again?
All right.
By doing somebody else's hair. That's not in this business, that's not how it works. I can support you and help you, give you courage to walk towards your goals. And because of my willingness to sow into you and to help you and support you, we're all going to keep getting paid. It's the residual income. Is residual. And so we're helping you build residual income. Our customers come in and they go on at least a 90-day challenge. That's 3 months of getting paid. Now imagine you have 10 people on your team that are signing three to six customers a month on 3 month commitments. That compounds. Do you get what I'm saying? And so you're going to be getting paid and you ain't even got nothing to do with it. Now in the beginning, you got to find the people, right? So we're doing a lot of work. We're doing a lot, what feels like a lot of work. But once the ball starts rolling, it will roll. I'm talking about it will roll. It will roll so much that you gonna be like, oh my God, like so many people want to get these products. Oh my gosh, so many people want to join the business. Oh my gosh. So I have more income than I even asked for. Like I just wanted enough to pay my bills. And here God is blessing me with so much more. And so if I could just give you that perspective, it's all here.
Mm-hmm.
It's all mental. So you want to come to Kiana and be like, listen, this is going to work for me, period. And so we got to find the right people. Sometimes you got to turn over your network. There are practical things like your network may suck right now. Like, and that was for me when I first started. Like the people most of my customers and business partners are not people I know in real life. Like they're not, I mean, I've got to know them in real life, but they're not people that were a part of my circle prior to It Works. Now, I did use them initially, and now I'm saying use them, but I connected with them. Why? Because the products are amazing. And if that can help me get a head start, give me a place where I am encouraged, then why wouldn't I? You need some greens anyway. It's a multivitamin, prebiotic, and probiotic. Most people don't take a multivitamin every day. They just don't. Even when it's in their cabinet, they don't take it every single day. And so the super greens it actually tastes good. It makes you feel good. And it's all your servings of fruits and vegetables. You get what I'm saying? And
So
so,
is that the cleanser?
no, that's our super greens.
Okay.
Yeah, so super greens. So you could right now you could go and look that up on your website. So right now it's 20% off. How many people can you help get a multivitamin that will help them feel superior in the morning? And I ain't
Right.
playing, like, superior. And that's even for you. Like, okay, let me get these super greens so I can drink them in my stories every single day. Because if it can make me feel good, I got all these kids, I got a lot going on. If it can make me feel great, then man, I'm gonna be telling everybody about these. Not only does it make you feel great, it boosts your immune system. It helps when you're trying to lose weight because if your gut is on point, if you're giving your body the nutrients that it needs, then guess what? Your body is going to say, "Oh, you love me." And you loving on me. And because you loving on me, I'm gonna act right.
Mm-hmm.
So, good morning, Kima. So, do you get what I'm saying? And so, as you start to, now the cleanse is amazing. I love the cleanse. Honestly, people should be cleansing every single month with how ratchet they eat. The fat fighters are amazing. They're BOGO right now. They block 30% of fat and 70% of carbs. So when somebody eats bad, you take two fat fighters and it stops the fat from attaching to your stomach lining. It's been a goat for since I've been in the company, 10 years in the game. You take your fat fighters. You eat ratchet, you take your fat fighters. I mean, sometimes when you eat super ratchet, you take 4 fat fighters. When you eat too much, you take 2 fat fighters. I tell people keep them in the car and keep them in your purse because you just never know.
Right.
So one of our most popular products. Do you know what I'm saying? And as you come into the room, even if you're here for just a short amount of time, it'll boost your confidence. Why? Because my confidence is big. And even when my confidence isn't big, I hear one of y'all stories about how you're encouraged or like how Kima signed 2 customers yesterday and how she's pushing to close her full quick start completion. And because of her excitement and her willingness to go after her why, I'm encouraged. It reinforces what I'm doing. It gives purpose to what I'm doing. I was in a position where I was, good morning, Brandy. I was in a position where I was a mental health case manager. So I was helping children with their mental health. And let me tell you, if you know the world of mental health, baby, it is draining. It is draining. It is so draining. It can be rewarding, but it's draining. And as much as I helped them, because I was in a system that's partially broken, there was only so much I could do. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's only so much I can do. And a lot of my customers, I mean, not customers, clients, they would graduate and they would come right back because they really weren't helping them. You know what I'm saying? They were just putting a band-aid on it. And what I love about what we do here is people come into this space and they're never the same. I kid you not. Like, ask Kima why she back. You never the same. Like, for real. Like, and it's crazy because I love it. Because even when life happens and things go away, there's such value here, but you're valuable here. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. There's a reason why God brought you here. Yeah, God brought you here because you need this circle, but this circle needs you too.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's something that only Melissa can bring to the table. Believe it or not. And we are waiting. I'm going to say I'm waiting. I am waiting for you to bring what you have to the table because we need it here. And I know that He will exceed your expectations when it comes to your finances, but also when it comes to your body. And I'm going to tell you, if I wouldn't have stayed in It Works for 10 years, I wouldn't be where I am right now today, doing the things that I am doing today. And I'm still learning.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. I would have never been introduced to, well, I might have been, but not this in this fashion, introduced to juicing where I'm falling in love with my body all over again, but then in a biblical way. And the products just go right into it. That would have never happened. I would have never given it the opportunity to happen. And then make it so crazy. And I know there's people in your family that you want to be healthier, right? My
Yes, I do.
my mom is finally, after 10 years, my mom is consistently using the products.
Mm.
But she has lost 30 pounds in the last 2 months.
Okay.
30 pounds. So do you get what I'm saying? Like, so it starts here. Well, what questions do you have?
Um, I don't have a lot of questions. It's just me trying to fit everything in without being overwhelmed. Because I do work with children,
Okay.
um, 40 hours a week. And sometimes it can be very overwhelming
Taxing.
because kids nowadays are so different.
Yes, they are.
And and even once I get home, I still have lesson plans and stuff. And then, what I'm saying, just trying to fit this in. It's not that I don't understand what how it works. It's just me trying to stay up to date on the meetings, and because I know the meetings is what gives you inspiration and encouragement. Trying to stay up to date with those and fit those in my schedule, as well as doing everything else that I do on a daily basis.
Do you have an hourly calendar?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so like it has hourly time slots.
Yes, on my computer desk it does.
Okay, I want you.
Um,
I want you to get a physical one.
okay.
I want you to get
I
a
mean, it's
physical.
on my desk. I can write on it, but I know I need Kiana was
Yes,
telling me one that I could get, telling me
absolutely.
how to do
So in the newbie launch, it takes you through actually getting one. It will change your life, and you will not feel as overwhelmed as you feel right now.
it. Okay.
You will have the ability to tell your time where to go, which is why in the beginning, and like I tell people all the time in that newbie launch, those things in there are actually like helpful. Like they will set you up for success. So you don't want to skip any of them. We created that with all of the most essential things that are necessary and needed for you to launch your business forward and not feel overwhelmed while doing it. I mean, you heard all those things I was doing in the beginning when I first started. Like I had a lot going on, and that ain't even a half. I didn't even talk about the other stuff that was going on in my life. So we created these systems to help you succeed. So
Okay.
something practically that you could do today is write out your 30s list. Write out a list of 30 names. Don't be intimidated by it. You don't get to choose whether people want to use these products. You don't even get to choose whether they got the money to do it.
Right.
Write down their names and then go from there. Where do you live?
Memphis.
You live in Memphis. You ain't did a launch party?
Well, actually, it was supposed to be in one. Was it you I was talking to? I had a death in the family.
Probably Brittany.
Okay. The weekend I had a death in the family, and then me and Kiana was gonna shoot for today, but everybody backed out because of the holidays. So my goal is to shoot for next Saturday.
Okay. I want to so let me tell you this. Do you have people over your house sometimes?
Uh,
Like
Sometimes
you have them over to eat or something like that?
every blue moon, yeah, I do.
So do that. Just be like I'm cooking today.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm cooking today. I got some new products I do want to share with y'all and let y'all taste. But y'all got to come over cuz I want to hang out.
Hmm.
Get them all over your house. I don't care how you get them there. Get everybody over your house, and Kiana will come and do a presentation, kick back, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. And I don't care if you had one person come over. That was enough. So don't underestimate one guest. It starts with one. One person can literally change the trajectory of your business. I kid you not. So don't underestimate it. And if I were you, I would get with Kiana today if you can. Have you tried the wrap yet?
No, that was my next thing.
To ask her to wrap you. Go over to her house. Try the products. Y'all should connect today.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for letting me use you on today. Good morning, ladies. Hi, Amina. All right, guys. So since we have other newbies on today, this is a little unorthodox since a lot of people didn't show up. I guess they out spending their money. I don't know. So I want to create this space to just for the last few minutes that we're on here to be a way to help you guys move forward. So if there are specific things that you are struggling with or overcoming, I would love to hear from you guys so that I can help you get over it because we have a marathon going on today, like we did on yesterday, and it's popping. Yeah, I signed 3 customers yesterday. Super excited. I'm excited to sign like 10 today. 15. because it's on and popping 20 today. And so you want to be in the room. And shout out to Kate, hung out with me last night. I hadn't even planned on getting back on. I hadn't even planned on staying on till 10. But I don't even know what time I got off, to be honest. I don't even know what time it was. But either way, there's something special about being in the room and not underestimating the room. And I got 5 kids over here. So when people be like kids, I be like, you're bad, because I ain't trying to hear it. Okay? If I can figure it out, everybody else can figure it out. I got one, two, three, four, 5 in my bank account. I got 5 kids over here today. So if I can do it, so can you. Yo, what questions you guys have, newbies? Anisha, we haven't had our 1-to-1. I don't know why people run from me like that. Like I'm telling you, if you run towards me, you'll get some wins in your life. I'm telling you, don't run away from me. Run towards me.
I wasn't running. You know how it is.
No, I don't.
But I'm ready. Signed a customer today. 2 cleanse, 2 gummies, and the aloes.
Let's go!
Working on another one for 2 pack of wraps and the gummies. So I'm working on that.
Yes, push it down. Fill that first box. Yep. Congratulations. Come on, Ruby. It's $500 on the table. Let's go. It's box by box. Yeah. And I'm telling you, you know what? If I can just encourage your heart, and hopefully this will encourage somebody's heart on here or even watching later. One of the biggest things that people don't understand is that success loves speed. That's number one. But when you move, it literally tells, I say it like this. When you're standing still, which sometimes we should, but when you're standing still, there is no inertia. The ball can't get into movement. Do you know what I'm saying? It can't get into what do you call it? I am not a scientist. What is it called? And like when it's just going, it's inertia. What is it called? Oh, okay, we could definitely have a 1-on-1. I don't know what it's called. In orbit. What is it called? I don't know. Anyways, it can't do that if you don't move. So you want to go Ruby? Well, if you focus on the negative, what grows? The negative. You have to literally check yourself, because what you are focused on will manifest. I kid you not. I'm not playing. What you focus on will manifest. Let me give y'all an example. I'm telling you, and those of y'all who just now getting to know me, I'm a little crazy. And it's all right, because the reason that God gives me these examples is so that you'll remember them forever, okay? There is difference between an inkling that your man is cheating and you manifesting your man cheating. Okay. And I wish a lot of women would understand this. And your manifestation of the cheating is because of your lack of confidence in yourself. Okay. A lot of times. Sometimes they ratchet, but that's because you allow them to be ratchet. So anyways, sidebar. So the biggest thing I want to tell you is, if you start to think that somebody is cheating, you will begin to what? Look for it. You will begin to treat them like they're already cheating. They're already guilty in your head. And in turn, may push them to go cheat or to do something that they wouldn't have done or whatever. You will create and fabricate in your mind something to prove yourself right. And a lot of times when you're not proven right, you don't even have the ability to say, I was wrong, because of the pride. It'd be like, you better not have, no, you're wrong. I apologize. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was completely wrong, and it's because I'm insecure. I was completely wrong. It's because I'm worrying about you being God. I'm trying to get what I need from you instead of getting it from the person who created me, which in turn will make me feel okay so I can be a whole person, so I can be the woman that you need as well as the woman that I need to be. Right? And so it's the same thing when it comes to your business. It's the same thing that I was just talking to Melissa about. If you manifest that nobody's signing, guess what? Nobody's gonna sign. And so how do you put yourself in a position to where your mind is so strong that no matter what they throw your way, you're good. You're good. And I'm telling you, the way it starts is by taking care of yourself. The way it starts is by using your own products. When I get up in the morning, the accountability of using my products is posting them in my stories or posting them on my page or going live. That's the accountability of using my products. And I feel like I'm supposed to tell you guys this. I already talked to the leadership about it, but there is a big thing. Okay, those of you guys who have heard of imposter syndrome, and I'm just going to keep saying this, okay, over and over and over again until everybody gets it, until y'all start repeating it to other people. There's this thing about imposter syndrome going out in this world, you know what I mean? And I believe it's fake. I believe that imposter syndrome is created in your mind. You can have imposter syndrome when it comes to being a parent, a business owner, whatever. You insert it. You can create imposter syndrome. And you know why it's created? Because y'all watching too many doggone people on the internet. I'm telling y'all, you guys consume so much stuff on the internet that it messes your mind up, and it begins to manifest it begins to create stories. You're just telling yourself stories. You're telling yourself stories. I have 4 kids. And so if you knew how many pictures were snapped in order to get all of my kids looking at the camera, how many times I yelled and told somebody to put their hands down, how many times I may have popped somebody, how many times we had to reposition. If you knew how much it took to take that doggone picture, you would understand why we did not take a Thanksgiving one. But ultimately, why do I post on social? I post on social to give, not to get. I am posting to give, not to make you believe my life is perfect. Which is why I give hard things too. Go look on my page. Now, I don't give things that I'm not, feel a release in my spirit to share, because that's just regurgitating and bleeding on people, and it's not healthy. You need to go find a therapist. But when God helps me come out of them, I'm going to have the courage to share, because we're overcome by the word of our testimony. And once you guys realize this, you will allow social media to work for you. Do y'all get what I'm saying? People buy people, not product. So you in your scarf and your night clothes, and as long as your titties not showing, go ahead and make your coffee and your stories with your kid. Now, I'm not telling you don't get dressed. Go get dressed. Go get dressed afterwards, but make your coffee. We like to show people that we're real people. I'm not fully dressed with makeup on making my coffee. I'm just not doing it. That's not real. Unless you get ready for work first and then make your coffee. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's okay to be human. Imposter syndrome comes when you are consumed in social media. Like I told my leadership, I said, well, I don't know about y'all. I'm going to talk about myself here. There were days, many a days, many a nights, that I went to the club with no money. And I had on a brand new outfit. And baby, I did not feel like an imposter in that line at 9 p.m. trying to get in so I didn't have to pay. There was nothing imposter about me. I did not care. Why do you care? And I was still going to dance on the dance floor and go to the bar and buy me a drink. I was not an imposter. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That's fabricated because you're watching too many other people. When you get on social media to give, not to get. If you are on social media to get and you ain't got something spiritually from God first, that's also a problem. And it's why you feel nasty inside. Be okay with the life that God has called you to now as you walk towards something greater. Everybody is going through something. And I'm telling you, you live longer. And I'm only 36. I ain't even that old. But as you go through, and God has connected me with some phenomenal, rich in so many ways, rich in finances, rich in spirit, like so many rich people. And I'm constantly reminded that everyone is human. And I'm constantly reminded that His grace is sufficient for everyone. I'm constantly reminded that if you shoot the same shot over and over again, if it's your shot, eventually you'll get good at it. How, when you think about basketball, how do you get good at, if you've ever watched Sports Center or them analyze somebody's shots, they're it's normally in the same spots. But guess what? It's not by chance. They're not making those threes by chance. Do y'all know that? They're not making a three by chance. They're making the threes because they shoot that same shot in practice every single day. So for example, I'm gonna give you an example. So when you start, we like to copy the same cat. So when you go to my page, for example, I put up a rap post. It is popping. We're not even gonna lie. Like, it is popping. I have been on social media building my business for 10 years. If you put up the post and it doesn't pop like that, who cares? If you scroll through my page, you will see many a post that didn't pop. I probably put up that post 10 times and had no comments. But guess what? I had the courage to put it up again. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So you have to have the courage to keep going. And in the meantime, control what you can. Can you put up new messages? Can you put up new posts? Can you get people to post for you? Can you go rap somebody? Can you have a party? Can you do a sip and sample? Can you meet with somebody one-to-one and say, let's make some money? What can you control? That's serenity. You got to have the wisdom to know the difference, but you have to make up in your mind, which is what Melissa and I talked about. Make up in your mind that this is going to work for me, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is going to work for me. And once you make up your mind, it's going to work for you. It may take some time. It will take some time, but this will work for you. All right, Anisha, sorry, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, basically on the customer that I got today, I have never spoken to her before. I didn't even know she was following me, but I decided this morning I am going to go live. It's after Thanksgiving and I'm going to take my cleanse. And that's what I did. I went live, talk about the cleanse. I took the cleanse on live. I talked about the gummies as well and how the aloes make me feel, because I take my aloes every morning in my stories. And thanks to Rachel on that gut health system, because I went from 189 to 166. So Rachel has put me onto that gut health. The greens and the aloes, it does miracles. So after the live is like, she messaged me and I'd never spoken to her. And she's like, she wants information on the cleanse. She wants 2 bottles of gummies. And then she asked about the aloes and I gave her the information and she was like, 2 cleanse, 2 gummies and the aloes. And I was like, okay. And it was there.
Congratulations. That's awesome. That's exciting. So go live. And I'm going to tell you guys, when you don't want to do something, 9 times out of 10, that's the devil blocking you from your blessing. So one thing that I've always learned is that when I don't want to do something, I have to do it because I know that there's a blessing on the other side. So when you don't want to share your stories, that's the day you need to do it. When you don't want to go live, oh, you better go live. You better hurry up and go live. When you don't want to send the messages, send the messages, send them, because that means that there is something blocking you from succeeding on the other side. Y'all get what I'm saying? So whenever you actually want to run in the opposite direction of because your feelings not loyal anyway. If you've never read Living Beyond Your Feelings by Joyce Myers, it'll free you. I promise you, it will free you and open up your eyes to so much. And putting yourself in a place of congratulations. Like, y'all, I gut health every time. Like, gut health is best. Do you want to say something, Kima?
I was saying I agree because yesterday I didn't feel like working. I didn't feel like sending messages and I didn't feel like posting, but I know that it's something that I'm supposed to do. And when you said you were going to be working between those hours, I said, all right, I gotta get it done. And I signed 2 customers and have a potential distributor. So if I allowed my feelings to make the decision, I wouldn't have done everything that I did yesterday. So and that is not just for the business, it's for church too. Because there's days I don't feel like going to service. And it's like, no, you need this. So my feelings are information, but they don't decide.
I felt that my feelings are information, but they don't decide. My feelings are information, but they don't decide. That is so good. They don't get to make the decision. You cannot be ran by your feelings. I promise you. Now that doesn't mean that there's sometimes that you have an inkling. Yeah, that may be the Holy Spirit. But there are times when there are a lot of times, most of your day is led by feelings. I'm not gonna lie. So you have to decide, am I gonna give into these feelings and succumb to a direction that I don't want in that place of self-sabotage, or am I gonna fight back and really go after what I really desire? And so we are doing another marathon today, guys. We'll be on from 3 to 9 p.m. today. And I want to kind of help you guys when it comes to, well, what other questions do you guys have? Anybody else have any other questions? What questions y'all got? I want each of y'all to get off of here and sign multiple Black Friday deals. Like there is no reason. Go ahead.
I don't know if y'all honestly use the products. Like I tell Rachel, I did this before and I was not motivated like how I was that I'm on this team now. And that's what pushed me to rejoin the business with Rachel because I've always followed her and I've always seen her. And then the team I was on before was not it. So then I had quit for over a year. And I just saw Rachel one day on my page and I was like, it's time. Like, I felt so lost without It Works. It's not even funny. Like, something was missing because I was doing it for so long. Although I didn't had a good team, I kind of built myself up before all the way to Diamond. And then I just stopped. I was like so not motivated anymore to do it. And it was like getting harder and harder to me. So when I saw Rachel, I was like, okay, I think it's time to get back in. I'm just keep seeing it. And I totally missed it. So when I joined, I could say since I've restarted my business, I have had so much motivation being in a group page, in the team chats, and it pushes me every day. Like I saw Rachel post that she got 3 customers yesterday, and I wake up this morning and I was like, it ain't going like that. So when I went live, I was like, okay, I have to get, my goal today is 15 customers, like hands down. So now I'm to 14. I'm working on another one and I already sent like 56 messages this morning. I am not ending today without 15 customers. But one thing I could say, using the products get you the customers. That's what they want to see. So if you don't have a product, I suggest you use the BOGO or use the 20% off and get a product. I did order my BOGO Fat Fighters and Keto Coffee. It just reached today, so I gotta go get that. But people want to see you using the products. And that's what I tell most of the girls on my team that I have. Like, if you don't use the products, it's going to be hard because people want to see you using it. They want to see you getting results. And some of them got their welcome box and haven't even opened it. And I'm pushing them so hard. But like Rachel always told me, work on yourself and eventually they will get motivated by you doing everything that you're doing. So I'm trying, but still trying not to give up on them. But you still have to push yourself and get your goals together. So we can do it. Just get one product if you have to and try it. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah, you have to be a product of the product. It will change the game. And I tell people just the simplicity of doing the greens. I know when I first started, I would get the greens and the wraps on my subscription. I would sell the wraps so that I would have enough to run my subscription. And then I would use the greens and sell samples of them. And so that was how I first pushed my business in the beginning as I was building up my business. It was important, but those greens will change your life. Like it's enough to change your life. And to be honest, any product that you use, if you use it, it will change. It will change your life. Like if you just pick one and use it consistently, you'll have results, and you'll be able to tell the difference in it as you consistently use it. And so that is so good. And yeah, me too. Like, and I'll tell you guys this. I got, for example, and maybe I should have sent a voice memo in that group chat, but I actually went to jail. I hopped on Power Hour. We had the marathon, and we were sending out messages, and I was doing my follow ups, and 55 messages in, I was in jail, and I could not send any messages. 55, all I got through, and I was in jail, and I'm like, bruh, what I'm not gonna do is, like, I got goals still. Like I literally have goals still. So it doesn't matter. I have to figure out a way around this. And I started calling people. I put up a post. I bumped my old post. I went back to old host a post. I told people to text me in the comments. Like you have to be in a solution focused mindset. And so even when I was telling Brian last night, and let me tell you, all three of my customers were signed after I got in jail. I couldn't even send no messages to them. And I signed three of them after. And all of them got more than one product. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And so that's what we want to teach you. And then we want to give you the courage to go after it. But it all starts in your mind. So and anybody else have anything else? If not, I'm going to let you guys go early, and I'm going to work these last few minutes. If you want to stay on and work with me, you can. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
How long is our Black Friday sale lasting?
For the 26th. So tomorrow. And then,
Okay.
from my understanding, we'll have a Cyber Monday sale.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
My pleasure. You got a question, Amina?
Oh no, I was doing some host posts while you was talking,
Oh,
because it's
okay.
like these last couple of days, I just started this new job. And then I got two girls, 1 and 2. So my schedule is up and down. And then my schedule for work is up and down. Like I go in the morning, then I go in later on in the afternoon. And I'm going in now today. They called me in yesterday. I was off until Tuesday. I'm like, okay, I got time for the business. They called me yesterday, like, oh, do you want to come in 5 to 10? Someone called off. Well, you just started, but you've been doing pretty good. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take it. So when you was talking about find time, I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna do it now while you talking, because there's enough motivation right there for me. Shoot.
Let's go.
That's all I'm doing right now, because yesterday I was on the Zoom last night with Brittany, and it's like when I popped in late, but I finally came in and she told me what to put on my story. I'm not my story, from my messages for people about the BOGO.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, let me start with the people that left me on open. I said they was interested in the product, but never got back with me. So I sent them the messages. I said, probably because they didn't have the money right then and there. Let me know, but it's a buy one, get one free for for the keto coffee, for the hair care products, and a 20% off. I was going through my emails and I saw there was a 20% off. So I added that to my story. Then I text a bunch of people. This morning when I got back on, I'm like, it's crazy how I text like 60 people, 30 people on both my pages that said it was interested before, but none of them got back with me.
That's okay.
At first, I was gonna get pissed off, but I'm like, I can't get pissed off. Just find new people on my page to add on, get rid of old folks, because I don't like how people watch my stuff that say they was interested. You see me posting, You
Yeah.
see me on my page. Like, you can't say I'm a scam because you see me on my page.
Yeah.
You see, I'm posting other stuff about my life or just about God now to make me more relatable on my Facebook, not just sharing people's stuff. And you still not saying nothing. Even when I'm coming to you, I'm texting you. I text people pretty much. I would say like at least 5 times. And my mentor Talisa says to me, "Don't give up, don't give up." I'm like, at this point, it's like I text you like 6, 7, 8 times. You watching my stuff, and it's like if I see your stuff pop up in my newsfeed, most likely, at least every blue moon, you see my stuff pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand if you got money issues, like I understand that,
But most people won't say that. And so you have to show them grace and just that's why this is so important. Like you gotta have your mind on point every single day because you are here to give and God will send
yeah,
you the people that are meant to say yes to you. I may
yeah,
send 100 messages and like Anisha just said, my customer comes from alive. It's just a matter of me sowing. It's a law of reciprocity. When you sow, you have to reap. And so you have to sow, period. It doesn't matter how you sow. Well, strategically, you should sow in a certain way, but you
yeah,
need to sow and have seeds in the ground in order for them to harvest. And so just because you sow in messaging doesn't mean that your reaping is in messaging. It may
yeah,
be in a reel. It may be in a live. It may be
yeah,
in your stories. But if you get so caught up in the messages, you'll never
yeah,
be able to reap the harvest from the live. Do you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so you gotta be mentally strong because if you're mentally strong, you'll send the messages just to send them. When I
Yeah.
get up, this is PMF SDPD. It is literally just my job. It's my job. PMF SDPD. I'm just doing my job. I'm not doing it necessarily so I can sign a customer from my follow-ups today. Now, if I sign a customer from my follow-ups, praise God. Like that's exciting.
Yeah.
Woo, you know? But there are people that it's literally, I'm just doing my job today. My job today is
Yeah.
to send messages. My job today is to add to my stories. My job today is to go live, making my products. Now I know my goals. I know what I'm going after. I know that I
Mhm.
need to close my 4 and a friend. I know I need to close my 6 and 3. I know I need to close my 12 and 3. I know I need to close my 400 box. I know I need to close out my promotion. I know I need to close out whatever, right? I know
Mhm.
that. I have that in my mind and there's the intentionality, but I'm not going to get so caught up in something so small. And I know you're like, it's the work, so it ain't small. No, I'm telling you, it's so small. It really is so small, but you're looking for it to give you results instead of just sowing the seeds.
Mhm.
Just sow the seeds. Just sow the seeds. And I tell people all the time, stay away from your timeline. Do
Yeah.
not scroll your timeline. There has to be intentionality on what you do on social media. You get paid from social. Social no longer is a leisurely object.
Yeah.
Find something else. Find something else. What make you happy? Okay, go join a class. You know what I'm saying? Go to the gym. Go. I don't know. Get out the house. Watch Netflix. Do something else to bring you joy instead of scrolling social media. Watch
Yeah.
a ratchet what do you call y'all know reality TV show if you need to
Yeah.
that's enough instead of trying to pay attention to what's on your timeline because that
Yeah.
is your job now. This is your actual business. And so you have to create a different relationship with social
Mhm.
media or the lines will get so blurred that now you're irritated. You're irritated because they posted but they see my message. Like, no. Like now it's controlling you and you're no longer in control.
Yeah.
So you have to take control, which is why I listen to people like Eric Thomas, which is why I listen to people like Ed Milet, which is why I listen to people like Eric Worre, which is why I make sure that I do my devotion every single morning because I
Mhm.
know that if my mind is not in the right place, I won't get the success that I need to get in order to go where I want to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in a position to where I didn't have to work anymore. But that didn't start initially. I started at first, I just wanted an extra $500 to keep my son in private school. But once I
Mhm.
started to get in here, I'm like, wait a second. Like, I can make how much money and do what? But the discipline comes attached to it. It's
Mhm.
not just me making extra money from my phone. I have to be disciplined. I get a bit.
Yeah.
It's the willingness to say I will SDPD PMF every single day, even when I don't want to.
Yeah.
So it's really just getting your mindset right. And I'm not saying I don't feel you. I feel you. But
Oh
once you
yeah.
look at it different, you'll be
Hmm.
like, okay, I was tripping. Like, let me just send these messages and keep it moving. Like, let me
Yeah.
let God bless me by doing my live. And God will send you the right people. And guess what? Half them people ain't never gonna buy. They're gonna be watching you 5 years from now if you're still doing
Oh
this.
yeah.
You got to let it go. It may be
Yeah.
a year 10, they'll order from you. I'm not playing. Like, I have people all the time. I have customers who run their first subscription and then forget they on auto shipment and getting their feelings, and then 3 years later they sign up again. I'm not playing. That's why I got to maintain a neutral mind, because people out here crazy. And so you will not allow me to go up and down because you up and down. Like, I'm not doing
Yeah.
it. I'm not going on the roller coaster ride with you. So I have to
Yeah.
get up, get my mind together so I can be the thermostat and you can be the thermometer. You come to my temperature. I don't come to yours.
I felt that. Yeah.
Yeah. You got this.
Because I do notice that majority of people that do text me is off my reels, because I'm used to making reels. So before I started this, I but guess I became an influencer. I
Okay.
had Amazon companies sending me a bunch of free stuff, and I was just only thing they wanted me to do was post a video on Amazon about how
You
good the
still
product
doing it?
was. I stopped doing that to get my mind together. And then
Oh,
I
okay.
joined this. So then I'm like, okay, I really don't want to promote nobody else's stuff.
You want
I
to do your
should be
own.
promoting my stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
So
then
then I
come
started
on,
making,
girl. You should be
yeah.
out here
So I
teaching
started
us how
doing
to
that.
do reels. Like, what's up? That's why I just told about
Yeah.
Melissa. Like, if that's the case, y'all being stingy, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Because that's why I told my mentor I'm better at doing reels, like
Then do
talking
them,
about the product, and that's what and I'd like to engage in those engagement groups, because that's my niche. Because people in my stuff from Rockford, that's not my niche.
girl. Do it. Like, come
Yeah.
on. Today, you say you gotta go to work, so get up after this, get dressed,
Oh
get your
yeah.
kids together, and let's go.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we at time, y'all. I'm about to pray us out. Thank you guys for engaging with me and doing this unorthodox time here today. Y'all made it great. And I guess I will be back on for Power Hour. I'm gonna go check on my kids. Actually, I may not. I might sit here and work. All right, I'm finna pray for us because my husband's still here. He ain't went to basketball just yet. So let's pray. I'll stop this and then we can, if y'all want to stay on and work, y'all can. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you. Thank you for this space. Thank you for our newbies. Thank you for the old heads. God, thank you for perspective. Thank you for how you are shifting us and putting us in position to win. God, I thank you for the just hearts being encouraged as we walk out of here. We thank you for this sale. We ask that you cover our hearts and mind and give us the courage to go after the goals, to have the faith to say I can sign 15 customers today, and then walking towards it and doing the work, planting the seeds in the ground so that they can be harvested. And so God, we thank you in advance. I thank you for everyone who maybe struggling with something today, but they decided to show up anyway. God, I ask that you deal with them in their issues and whatever is going on. God, I ask for you to turn it around and turn it around immediately. God, those who are looking for a financial way out, God, I ask that you bless them and bless them indeed. And even if it's not this vehicle that blesses them, God, I just pray that you just turn their situation around. So God, we thank you and we honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.